Our ministry conducts a 3-day intensive workshop for men called Gateway to Freedom. And at this workshop, some amazingly powerful things happen. We have men from all over the country, even from Canada, that have come to our workshop. And it's been really exciting to see what happens, because what we do at these intensive workshops is, in essence, we take probably 9 to 12 months of recovery and pack it into 3 days. That's why it's called an intensive. Most guys that have come to the workshop, by the time they leave, they're physically exhausted, emotionally spent, but they're alive, they're revived, something has changed in them, they see hope. And that's probably the biggest thing that we see guys come away from the workshop with, is they've got a new sense of hope. One of the things about sexual addiction is eventually it steals a person's hope. It steals away the idea that there could ever be anything different in their lives, that they could ever have any joy, that they could ever be free from this pornography, this sexual struggle. And the great thing is when we take these guys through the intensive workshop, they come away saying, it's possible. It's possible. You don't have to live the rest of your life with this kind of a struggle and failing over and over and over again. One of the biggest things about our workshop is we go very deep in the workshop. It's more than just talking about behavior modification. In fact, one of the things that guys are most surprised about is that we actually spend very little time on telling them every single little behavior that they need to do in their recovery. Instead, it's a principle-based approach, which means there are principles to recovery, principles to purity that are more important than behavior. And if you understand the principle and you really embrace the principle, then out of that your behaviors will begin to change. And so it's a faith-based approach. It's a biblically based program. And the neat thing is it's open to anybody. We've had folks come to the workshop that don't believe in God, and all of them have left saying they would recommend it to people who were struggling with sexual addiction or pornography. But we are a Christian, biblically based workshop, and the reason for that is because we really believe that in order to experience real freedom, and this is one of the things we teach at the workshop, in order to really experience real freedom from pornography and sexual addiction, there has to be a spiritual component. God has got to be part of the process. So we touch on the emotional. We really go deep in terms of the emotional scars that a lot of men have that are really related to why they're involved in the sexual addiction. We also touch on the spiritual. We help a guy understand what it's going to take in terms of connecting with God, maybe in a whole fresh way, so that he can really walk in purity every single day. And we do touch on the behavioral. We don't leave that completely out, because the reality is as a human being, we are body, soul, and spirit. So in other words, we are physical, we are emotional, and we are spiritual. And we touch on all of that, and we go very deep at the workshops in all of those areas. If you'd like to learn more about the workshop and what it all entails, and just some more of the frequently asked questions concerning just the workshop, you can go to the website gatewaymen.com and learn more about it and find out when we've got some upcoming workshops.